By the way, you know, that last two batters, we kind of had the gun in front of us, and Sampson just real steady there, 83, 84, 85 with when he was throwing that fastball.
Yeah, and you like to see that from your starting pitcher is a little bit of stability, we'll say.
And we are live now on the fansportsnetwork.com website. The link is up to go watch this game. So if you're just heading home from work and you want to tune in, we're just in the second inning here, no score on our Wilkinson scoreboard.
Yeah, and it's a 2-2 count. We're 2-2-2-2. Second inning, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And runner on second. Grounder to second, routine throw over to first base for out number 3, and that will wrap things up for us here as we move on into the top of the third inning. Stick around with us here on the Fan Sports Network. More baseball from Desert Hills High School.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Got a project at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Here we go into the third inning, bringing up the tail end of our House of Jump starting lineup. Batting ninth here out of left field from Crimson Cliffs High School is Fahey Faunelua.
They just call him Fahey.
Yeah. I try to at least get the name in there once, right?
Yeah. Should make Coach Abbott pronounce it like 4 or 5 times in a row, you know?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He's got it down by now.
He's got it, right?
No, they just go with nicknames, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a nickname. What's your nickname?
I don't have one. No one's ever given me a nickname.
I've been calling you Cato for some reason
That's true.
times.
A few people call me that.
I have nicknames for everybody, though.
My sister calls me Caterade.
Caterade. Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one for your sis to have.
Yeah,
that.
she calls me that. That's outside of that. That's about a lot. Being named Caden, a lot of people just go Cade because it's short.
I got Biscuit, Lucy Pop, Pipsqueak, and Pee Wee are my kids' nicknames. Go figure.
I like it. Well, the first pitch from Musgrave up there on the bump here to start the third inning is low for ball 1 to Fahey.
It does come in handy because my daughter there was 2 Reeses on the same soccer team. And so even coach started calling her Pee Wee when to differentiate them for one season.
Low again. It's a 2-1 count now.
Yeah, good little breaking ball. Faunelua was, nice job holding those hands back, not offering at that pitch. It's a tough one because Musgrave can really get that 12-6 drop on that breaking ball when he wants to come over the top.
Speaking of a breaking ball, he drops that one right in there too as well. I think that was a little more of a changeup though than a curve, but.
Well, he's got the curve, he's got the change, he's worked a little bit on the slider. Obviously, the fastball. Musgrave's more of a location crafty command guy. He's got that, low 80s when he really wants to go. He can get it up there right around 80, 81, but doesn't have quite the velo that a Bo Sampson has. He's probably 5 or 6 miles less than Bo, but he's worked hard on getting his speed up.
Swinging strike 3.
It's fun to watch, the closers coming in the big leagues and go 101, 102, like we saw Shohei do in the World Baseball Classics. But it's also fun to sit back, and I'm sure people were watching some of the crafty pitchers that opened up on opening day and with their command and everything. Trying to think of there's only a few of the those guys that really rip triple digits all the time. It's more and more frequently now than it used to be in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. Musgraves got ahead in the count again with one down. Here comes the 0-1 pitch and another bender. That was pretty.
Yeah, he's got good movement to his stuff, and that's one of the things that when you talk to him, he says that that's probably what he's most proud of in his game is some of the movement that he can command. There's this one launched into left center, and it bounces over for a ground rule double.
Oh, Jager Baldwin put a charge in that one. Extra base hit. Well struck off the back. I thought for a second they had a chance maybe to get out of here. Just had a little top spin, though, and one hopped over the fence.
Yeah, good smack there by Jager Baldwin. He doesn't necessarily claim to be any sort of a power hitter, right? But he's
number 24, Ty.
you talk about
Does have one home run this year already.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's a guy that if he hits 4 or 5 this year, it'd be a solid number for him. These guys obviously hitting for pretty good average. Came in tonight hitting 364, but that was well hit.
Yeah, that was well hit. He's one of these that can just get the ball into play. And I should say that for a good chunk of this Crimson batting lineup here. They just, and that's what they did so well last season, too. They just know how to get the ball into play, right?
Yeah, and with still Barber not in the lineup tonight, with Evans out right now, they need guys like Baldwin to really step up and elevate. He's a senior. He's one of the leaders. He's been here since day one, since Crimson Cliffs opened.
Tyler West now back in the batter's box. He was walked his first at-bat. Swing, and at that one for strike one. It's a 1-1 count.
My Mariners just threw out their first pitch in opening day. I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Made the playoffs last year.
I know, it's a good time. We were talking about it on the show that, you're a Mariners fan. I'm a bit of an Angels/Cubs fan. Cubs
You got an NL and an AL.
I got an NL and an AL. That's how I do it, yeah.
Just stick with the Cubs.
I used to be strictly a Cubs fan, but
Stick with the Cubs.
I
You like
evolved
Shohei?
into a well, it was Mike Trout more than anything, and then Shohei hopped on board, and it became really easy to be a fan after that. But yeah, I like both those teams. Angels getting ready to go underway against Oakland tonight, so with about I don't know, probably 12 people in attendance because it's in Oakland, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
There's a little more than that.
Dave Cavill is the general manager of the A's, and I think it's got to happen. I think they got to get out of Oakland and get that team down to Las Vegas.
Get him to Vegas. Vegas is ready for him, too. They'll welcome him with open arms. Just a little hopper over towards the dugout for foul ball here. Keeping things alive.
That was the off-speed pitch again, and West from the left side, left-handed hitter way out in front of that one. And all he could do was just fight it off for a Cache Valley Bank foul ball. And now Musgrave's he can throw anything here. 1-2 pitch, Caden. He can really go with anything. He wants to throw the high heat, he can. If he wants to try to get a bender down and away, he can.
And swinging to that one. A little bit of a late swing there for Tyler West.
It's the breaking ball, and it starts at the chin and then breaks to the outside part of the plate, and that is a beautiful out pitch for Musgrave. It's the bender, the breaking ball, and another S&S mechanical strikeout hanging on the board.
Yeah, P.D. Soto now hopping into the batter's box. Brought to you by Buck Brand Beef.
I'm thinking about, you want to split one of those? Get half side of beef each, man. Buck Brand Beef. That's how you do it, man. You stock your fridge with all the steak,
all of it, yeah.
the T-bones and the.
That's what we used to do growing up. Was my parents would, my grandpa was a cattle farmer, anyways. So anytime he'd be like, "Hey, it's time," we'd all just split it every which way between all the different family members. It was kind of nice.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep.
But Buck Brand Beef, that's their specialty. That's what they'll do for you.
Yep. Raise them up in Kanab, Utah, grass-fed. And they are taking orders right now. You can go to buckbrand@gmail.com if you want to send them an email. They'll cut it up how you want it, steaks you want, or you can give them a call. Write this number down, 435-644-2825.
Fouled away.
Good pitch, though. Musgrave challenged him there, and Petey in the views and the views. She kind of made this like a home away from home when she was doing her training and would stay here for months at a time.
Yeah, I had talked with, we'd had someone on our show over the summer last year, and they had said that, they spent 3 or 4 months out of the year just living here. because why not? You know, if this is where the championships are, you might as well train here, and no better place to train because you can train in all these different places. You know, good spot for it.
Yep. Go swim at Quail or Sand Hollow or Gunlock. Plenty of swimming available here locally, and then obviously the biking and the running. Tons of places to get out and do that at.
Caught him looking for strike 2, 1-2 count to Breck Starley.
And Starley kind of gave a little side glance to home plate umpire and was like, really? Where was that one at? I think he thought it was a little bit downstairs.
Musgrave's up to 55 pitches as the runner on first is going to go, and they're not even going to let him.
No.
They're not going to worry about it. With a runner on third, no reason.
Nope. You have a bad throw there and don't get that out. And Petey Soto's got really good wheels, so he swipes the bag, and that's part of the strategy. I'm sure Kevin K was saying, hey, give him a second if they want to go. I'm surprised he hadn't went earlier than that.
I was surprised too, actually. That's what I was going to say before you mentioned it.
Really good block behind the dish there by Thompson. Because that one hopped and he had to slide outside the plate there, block that, keep it right there. And you know Jaeger is watching closely. He'd love to get an opportunity to come on down and give the Mustangs the early lead here in the third as we are knotted with no score on the Wilkinson scoreboard, and now Starley wants time.
Starley's looking at a full count here, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Still scoreless, though, here through the third inning. And that's going to load up the bases.
Again, second time tonight, Starley has drawn a walk. And Landon Musgrave knows Breck Starley can handle the bat. With runners at second and third there, empty bag. He threw the breaking ball. Kind of started her over the heart of the play, but then it darted inside, and Starley was able to lay off. Had he wanted to, it was hittable, though. It was not that far inside that he couldn't have tried to turn on something and hit something out of the yard here. About 325 down the left field line here at Desert Hills High School.
Tip that one away, foul. Yeah, 325 down the left, 330 down the right, and they give him 350, I believe that is, down center.
Ty hitting 269 so far this year. Uh-oh.
Pass ball, runner's going for it, and he's got the wheels to get there. Jaeger Baldwin comes in to score.
Yep. Tough call whether it's pass ball or a wild pitch. I think Thompson did what he could, and that one's just way off the plate there. And it's 1-0 Mustangs. Baldwin easily trotting home. Well, it was running. It wasn't a trot.
he definitely put it into gear and made his way there easily.
That shot clear over towards the fence and got to the fence over by the Mustangs dugout. Really no chance for Thompson to go get it and throw to a covering Musgrave at home plate.
Gordon Thompson trying to get in front of that one, but ended up kind of falling away from him even further than he would have liked, so he had to go chase it down a little further. So
that leadoff double by Jaeger Baldwin pays dividends as he comes home, and the Mustangs take that early lead.
And what looked like it could have been a triple, honestly, but he kind of caught the break of it bouncing over the wall with a one hop. So true. Still able to find his way all the way around the bags. It's 2-2 count now.
Again, last week these two teams played, and it was 6-3, and that was over at Crimson. The game that was originally scheduled here last Tuesday was the one that got rained out, and that's why we're playing some Thursday night baseball in Region 10.
Low for ball 3, full count. And at this point, you got 2 outs. Musgrave's just trying to close out top of the third here. And got him swinging. All right, with that, we're going to head on into the bottom of the third inning here, where Crimson Cliffs now on the board, 1-0 on the Fan Sports Network.
Fabulous Freddy's always keeps your car.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
We know it takes an entire community to make Southern Utah thrive. You will see us on the fields, on the courts, at festivals, and in the schools, and everywhere in between. From Southern Utah's Auto Mall, we help you create memories that bolster joy in our community. It's the reason why we've got it made in Southern Utah and why you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
To the bottom of the third inning, Crimson Cliffs able to get one run on the board, make it a 1-0 game here as we head into the bottom of the third inning. Yeah, now I was just going to mention, remember that you can watch this game live now, up and running over on the fansportsnetwork.com. Again, Bo Sampson out there on the mound for the Mustangs. Coming up to bat here will be Cooper Clough to start things off for Desert Hills.
Hey, congratulations to Crimson's Kate Walker. She wins the Region 10 golf tournament today at Sunbrook. Tough conditions today between the wind and the rain that hit. So scores were a little bit up today, but she takes first place today. That's her second tournament win. She's only a freshman, just a freshman. Hallie Wieland tied for second. She was a Pineview Panther with, I was trying to think, Riley Payne of Desert Hills. So they tied for second. And again, nobody shot in the 70s today at the Region 10 Girls Golf Tournament Sunbrook.
Really?
Yeah, tough out there today, chilly.
Sends this one into center and getting under it for the out.
Yeah, looked like that had a chance to maybe get over the head there. Put a pretty good charge in that. But just a deep fly out, just an out for Clough.
Yep, and that brings up Corbin Thompson, catcher.
Yeah.
Hitting ninth here in the lineup.
But Sampson's really settled in. Bo's, working that fastball, mixing up the off speed with that fastball nicely. That best chance the Thunder had to score was back in that bottom of the first inning. But that hit by pitch where Kyler Terry thought he got hit by the pitch, started to go down to first, and DeCastro started to walk to third, and then it was ruled it was not hit by pitch, and then they got him in a pickle.
Right.
That really cost the Thunder. It changed the momentum of this game, too.
For sure.
Because you get double play moments later.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 1-2 count here with one out. One of the things, too, for Bo Sampson right now, he's sitting at 42 pitches compared to Musgraves, who's around 61. So if Crimson can kind of close this out, it'll keep him low in the pitch count, keep him alive on the bump a little longer in this game.
Yeah, good call there. Efficient. And that's what Coach Abbott wants to see from his ace, and it's just his third start of the year.
Two count as that one was fouled away to stay alive from Corbin Thompson. And another one fouled away.
Yeah, Thompson didn't play much at all. I don't remember him too much from last year's Thunder team. One of the newcomers coming up through. And, the Thunder, you talk about Trey Evans being out, for a little bit with the hammy. Willie's out right now, too.
Yeah,
Andrew Wilson. And he's going to be out. He's got to hit. That's why Thompson's in, as he strikes out another S&S mechanical strikeouts, because Willie's our normal starting catcher, and Thompson's been elevated and getting some reps while Willie's out. And no timetable, Willie could be out maybe another 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, and they'll miss him a lot. He's one of these kids that came in last year as a sophomore and got a lot of playing time and played really quite well. So definitely a solid talent that the Thunder are missing out on here this season. Outside, wasn't able to get that curveball to break in. It'll be a 1-0 count here to Cole DeCastros are back to the top of the lineup for the first time here for the Thunder. His last at bat, able to get on first base with a single.
Yeah, CD did. He ripped it. Hard shot back up the middle. 1 for 1 so far.
Good velocity on that one for a strike. It's 2-1 now. inside, but catching the zone. 2-2.
Ooh, I bet that was 86, 87 there. I love watching the lower body of Bo Sampson on the bump. Strong, really the smooth delivery, but really pushes off and uses that lower body. You can tell he's been working a lot on his throwing motion.
Outside, full count.
Yeah, and I know Sampson had initially offers from Division I schools, even local schools, but at the end of the day decided to go the JUCO route. I'm not sure if that's, he believes he can go there and then maybe have bigger opportunities, or maybe he wants to try to get drafted and go in the amateur draft. Not sure on that. And he lost Cole DeCastro, his patient AB there, and Cole's aboard for the second time tonight.
That's right. Yeah, Cole going to CSI, if I remember right, in Idaho. So both him and Landon Musgrave have signed on to go play at the next level here for the Thunder. So some good talents again here in Southern Utah that are finding their way into the college baseball scene. Jace Fillmore. Second base here for the Thunder, heading up to plate. Looks at the first one for a ball. Again, runner over there on first base, and 2 outs.
Of course, opening day today in the big leagues. Couple final scores. Braves look real good. Beat the Nats today, 7-2. Yankees, no problem with the Giants. Remember when Aaron Judge was a Giant for like 10 hours?
I know, right? Low, right at the feet of Jace Fillmore.
We had our morning show World Series picks on the show today. I hated to do it, but I took the Yankees. That was my prediction on the World Series. We had somebody take the Astros, had somebody take the Padres, and then who's the fourth?
You got Dodgers or...
CC I took the Giants or the Dodgers. He did take somebody from California. I can't remember who he took.
We went
Who'd
over.
you go with?
I'm leaning. It's so tough. I'm also going with the Yankees. Here's the problem: is I'm not a big Yankees fan. I've grown up disliking the Yankees my entire life, but I really like the group of guys they have this year, and I think they got it in them.
Yeah, I like getting Judge back. I just think that's a big boost. He's such a fun guy to watch play the game.
I really like watching Aaron Judge play, man. And even today, turned it on as a 3-1 count now to Jace Fillmore. But we turned on the game today, and right as Judge gets up to bat, boom, hits a solo shot, right? I mean, so much fun to watch that guy play baseball. So runner advances over to second.
And did you see what Shohei's doing tonight, calling his own game? You see the story on that?
No.
So he's got a pitch comm device hidden underneath his jersey near his left shoulder.
No, I've seen other players doing this in spring training.
And it's because, he wants to call his own pitches because he doesn't want to have to worry about the pitch clock. He can go at his pace and not worry about the pitch clock.
Yeah, I've seen that where they put a comm between him and the catcher and put it on his belt. They're able to he just pushes the button, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever.
When he's got so many pitches, I mean, you don't want him shaking, and then all of a sudden
the pitch clock is out.
So it makes sense, but it's kind of something to watch tonight in that Anaheim game as they're playing in Oakland, like you mentioned earlier on the broadcast.
Yeah, and Ohtani is one of those guys that is also just so much fun to watch. I went to Anaheim last summer and caught a couple of Angels games in the Angels-Mets series, and Ohtani wasn't able to watch him pitch, but able to watch him out there, and he had a home run in one of the games. Trout hit a home run. I mean, it was one of the games where they beat the Mets. It's Fillmore sends this one playable and rounding third, heading home and scoring is Cole DeCastro off of a hit there from Jace Fillmore.
Yeah, I mean, Hustleby, I was kind of blocked there. I couldn't tell what happened with that ball as Soto was coming over towards the bag at second, and it just shot off the glove or the leg. I couldn't tell as he was darting over there. And I do believe you're going to give that a hit.
Yeah, I think you got to give that a hit. I don't think it was an error, because that's a tough play to make. I wouldn't give that one an error.
I think it was hit hard.
It was hit hard.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Now they're sending him over to second, and they got a balk or something?
Maybe interference. And now the Thunder players, some chatter going on. They're all fired up. They've knotted this game up. We're tied 1-1 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. And so both Musgrave and Sampson now have given up one each. And I figured this would be a little lower scoring game. I mean, 6-3 the first time these two teams met.
The Hurricane bus cannot get out if you are parked in the red zone.
Uh-oh, softball game's over, and
people parked in the
parked so the
fire lanes.
out.
Bus can't leave.
Big old wicked bender there from Sampson,
Yeah.
but too tall to Kyler Terry.
Kyler Terry was a part of that double play to end things in the first inning. He hit one right towards second base, and they were able to put it away there in the bottom of the first.
Kyler can really play, loves the game, 361 batting average, 43 plate appearances this year, 13 out of 36, 12 RBIs, 2 doubles, 2 triples, and 1 dinger.
This one sent down the line. It stays fair down the left field line. Rounding third and headed for home is Fillmore. He'll score, and it's a stand-up double for Kyler Terry.
And Philly and Musgrave, as Musgrave was coming in, they're fired up, man. They've got the first lead of the night. That was roped. And that was hit hard off the bat of Kyler Terry. Huge RBI double. And the Thunder take the 2-1 lead just like that. Let's take a look at it again. Sampson's going to go and challenge him with a little bit of a high slider, hanging curve. I couldn't tell. And he ropes it.
Yeah, he does, sends it out.
Watch this at the end, though. You know, Musgrave's fired up.
Yeah, they're all fired up. Hey, let's give it to him right here, too, Dev, as part of our Rally Stop 2-out rally right now. So, you know, we talked about, are we going to have one? Well, we're getting one right now. 2 quick runs scoring here for Desert Hills here in the bottom of the third.
You know, Crimson scored their solo run of this game on the 2-out wild pitcher pass ball, however you score that. So, Rally Stop. Before or after the game, stop by one of their Southern Utah locations, fuel up, grab some snacks, take them to the ballpark.
Landon Musgrave back in the box.
And it's always nice when you're hitting and you're pitching when you get that lead. You know, you get 2 runs and now you're back in front when you're on the mound, and that should actually help him lock in at this at bat, I would believe. Again, came in tonight hitting just a shade under 500. He's been raking it in senior season. He's going up to play in the great state of Washington, going up there to Grays Harbor.
Another one foul away. Right up on the top tier of the brick wall behind us.
And it's funny how, you know, Grays Harbor, they got the Roundy boys from Pineview.
Becker twins as well.
You know, you find a couple region players, and then when you're scouting those players that you recruit, you see some other guys that could fit in your program. And Musgrave's one of those guys that's found a home to play up there outside of Seattle.
Yeah, they took half of the Pineview team and just threw them on to Grays Harbor, and Musgrave's going to go be a part of that.
Yeah, Pineview this year, you know, they don't have enough depth at the pitching.
Yeah, Lando had to duck for that one, hit it right at the dome, but able to get out of the way of that.
You know, it's early right now, right? But, you know, you kind of look at who's got the pitching. They're kind of sitting atop the Region 10 standings. It's going to sort itself out a little bit once we play some more games. And right now, you know, Dixie's 11-1, Snow Canyon's 12-2, Crimson's 9-2. You know, so those 3 teams do have a lot of pitching.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Snow Canyon is swinging the bats right now. They've already scored 152 runs in their 14 games.
And swinging hard at that one and missing is Musgrave. That will end things here for us in the third, but not before Desert Hills gets 2 runs on the board and the lead. It's 2-1 here from Desert Hills High School when we return, getting into the 4th inning. So stick around here with us on the Fan Sports Network.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this
Can
weekend.
plan. Go to binblasters.com. Bin Blasters. Now that's a clean can.
Welcome back here in the fourth inning. Now it's 2-1. Desert Hills on top of the Mustangs. So we head in here to a replay over on the video side of things.
Yeah, this was if you're just tuning in late, this was the Baldwin double. And maybe it could have been a triple as it just kind of landed on the warning track and then hopped up over the left center field wall. And then, of course, he would later score on this wild pitch pass ball scenario here. And that was Jager Baldwin scoring that run. And then here is the Thunder answering back and, you know, rounding third, scoring that tying run. And all of a sudden you're 1-1. And a whole new ball game, right? Kind of reset everything. And then the Thunder right here grabbing another one. This is roped by Kyler Terry. I mean, just a hot shot pulled, curving just fair down that third base left field line, and Fillmore coming in, and Musgrave fired up. And 2-1 now. Great shots from our crew here on the Fan Sports Network. Link is up if you're driving home and want to watch the game. Presented by the Boulevard. Just go to thefansportsnetwork.com, click on the Region 10 tab, and you will find the link to watch this game tonight. It's the first simulcast of the year. We had a radio-only game a couple times, but we got Snow Canyon, Pineview tomorrow.
That's right. Who's on the? You're on the call, and who are you with?
I think it's going to be me and Paul tomorrow night doing that game together. Paul Ratliff will join me for that one.
1-1 count right now to Parker Andrus for the Mustangs to lead things off here in the fourth, and a timeout taken by Andrus.
Andrus, man, I mean, Nate, when he played back in the day, his dad, and of course his brothers. I mean, this is just an athletic family.
Yeah.
Nate could hit a ball a mile, and so can Parker.
And a little low. Musgrave's a little fired up on that. He's like, oh, come on.
So far this year, you know, 10 RBIs. He's got 1 home run, 3 triples, 1 double under his belt, hitting .346. So Parker's getting off to a great start so far this year. And that's the thing, is this team's so deep, so loaded.
Yeah. 2-1 count. A little low there for ball 3. Now Musgrave in the last inning pitched 3 strikeouts, but also walked 2 as well.
Nanny's up there to 67 pitches now, I think it is. 68 is Andrus
pretty high up
that
there,
one off. Yep, 68 now. Andrus 0 for 1.
And at this point, they'll probably get him through the 4th inning. We'll probably see someone new hopping in the 5th. As long as all goes well here for the Thunder in the 4th. And ball 4. High.
Chin music there.
A little high and inside.
Andrus had to yank the head back out of the way. That one was chin music. And you saw the puff of dust off Thompson's mitt there. But Andrus was aboard. Leadoff. It's always nice to get that leadoff guy aboard.
Yeah. Coming up now, Kyler Skinner, second base.
Andrus going to run for himself. For a big guy, he still does run well.
Looking to bunt and hit by pitch.
Did it get to him or the bat? I think it got him.
I think it got him as well. What are they looking at?
I think there's a discussion of something.
Well, because he kept the bat there, but it hit him.
Yeah, well,
so you're having this discussion of, is it a hit by pitch or is it a strike? Because he didn't move.
Yeah, and I think the home plate umpire actually asked for some help out to the field official, and he concurred that it is hit by pitch. So 2-1 with nobody outs, and now we got a meeting on the mound. And appreciate some of our great sponsors. Later in the game, we're going to name the Playmaker Play of the Game, brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Also, our Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game in our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. And we've already had a couple Ben Blasters blasts of the game. How about that one that just gave, we saw the replay moments ago, Kyler Terry giving Desert Hills the 2-1 lead. Appreciate Ben Blasters, new sponsor here on the Fan Sports Network. High school baseball, the Clean Can Plan from Ben Blasters. Say goodbye to dirty and smelly garbage cans forever with their convenient subscription service, just $19.99 a month. Go to benblasters.com to sign up or learn more.
Sometimes that's one of those services that you don't know you need until you do it, and you're like, wow, game changer.
I just had my garbage out Tuesday, and I hauled up the cans to the curb, and I definitely need that service.
You're about to call up Ben Blasters.
I definitely do need to call Ben Blasters. There's no question about it.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you get
Ben Blasters, call me.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm ready to sign up.
So it's Tate Maynard stepping up. Musgrave sticking on the mound here, looking to bunt. This one getting past, but it looks like it must have been tipped off the bat. He didn't go chase it down, so.
2-1 lead for the Mustangs. They've got, or the Thunder, excuse me, 2 runs on 3 hits for Desert Hills, 1 error, 1 run on 1 hit, and 2 errors for Crimson. So Musgrave's only given up the 1 hit, the Baldwin. That's it.
Yeah, it's really not that bad so far. Look at a bunt again, and he does right back at Musgrave. Musgrave goes to third, and it's pass ball. It's going to get by him, and he's going to score, and it looks like they're going to get 2 runs in.
And nobody went and got that ball.
Nobody went. Where was right field? Right field didn't even come over till, or excuse me, left field didn't come over until.
Yeah, DeCastro ended up with that. Or no, it was Kyler Terry, the left third, and went and got it. You know, Musgrave there, you got a split section on a bunt right back to you to make a decision. He decides to go for the lead runner over there at third. Anderson got a good jump, was going. He knew it was a bunt, executed well. Musgrave probably should have took the out over at first. Even if that throw is perfect, I don't think Kyler Terry has time to get that tag down and get Andrus. And that's a tough decision you always have to make when you're fielding your position from the pitcher's mound. And
another bunt. Back to Musgrave. He'll hold on to it. So now you got runners on first and third with no outs, and it's a 3-2 ball game here.
And I think Kyler Terry's saying, let me have that. I think Musgrave was closer, got there first. I think as a lefty, though, when you're going to third, that's a tough pirouette and a throw for the lefty. And Terry's a righty, so maybe if Terry does come in who was charging hard and take that, maybe he's got to play at first base. Instead, Musgrave gets to it, and there's no throw available, and he had to eat it, especially after he just thrown one into the left field corner.
That's right.
And now all of a sudden, Crimson's back on top, 3-2.
Fahey up to bat. And he launches that one foul. Or excuse me, this is Jager Baldwin.
Back to the top.
I forgot that quick bunt, the 1-pitch bunt. All of a sudden, we're back to the top of the lineup. And Jager Baldwin last at bat. Sent one bouncing over the fence for a double. Now, Lando's up there with 75 pitches under his belt today, so he'll probably hit around that 80 mark.
Well,
runner goes, and that one is hitting the shallow left field. 1 run scores, another one coming around to third. He's going to dive head first, but it's a stand-up double for Jager Baldwin.
Baldwin puts a charge in that one. That's a blast of the game brought to you by Ben Blasters. And boy, oh boy, you know, all of a sudden Musgrave has just given up that 1 hit, but then you give up a bunt single, you give up a hard knock there, you have the air, and all of a sudden now 4-2 Crimson on the Wilkinson scoreboard here in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, now that's 2 doubles for Baldwin as well. So
take a look at
good night here for Jaeger.
Replay, just a hot shot right there between third and short. He hit that one on a rope.
A good shot there. So stepping up to the plate now is Tyler West. He's walked. He's been struck out. Let's see what he can do here with his 3rd at bat.
Yeah, and right now is where you really got to buckle down if you're Musgrave.
Throws that one low and in the dirt. Catcher has to chase it down there for first ball. The 1-0 count now to start things off for Tyler West.
And you know, if you're Landon Musgrave, you know, you settle down. You don't have any outs here. You got to kind of reset. Go get 3 outs. Keep it here 4-2 if you can. You got runners out there at second and runner out there at third, so still ducks on the pond. But if you can somehow get it 1 out at a time, get out of this jam and keep it a 2-run game, you're okay. But if you give up a big hit here, you know, then Crimson really starts flexing their muscles a little bit here in the 4th inning.
Good solid stroke out into center.
And then score 2.
Bringing around 2. And it's a single as Baldwin comes all the way over from second base to score off of that RBI single.
It looked like Baldwin might have missed the plate there coming in. And now that might do it for Landon. They got to him a little bit here in the 4th. Just giving up 1 run coming into this inning and 1 hit. And here's a replay. We'll take a look at another this. And just Ty West just seeing it well right there. Just roping it right back up the middle between the second baseman, Jace Fillmore, and the bag into center field. And 2 runs score. And now all of it stings. And that'll do it for Landon Musgrave tonight. 78 pitches. And gives up 6 runs on just 4 hits, with 3 of them all coming in the last few moments.
Yeah, that's right. So right now we'll head into a Nets on Fire pitching change. I want to thank Nets on Fire, one of our, of course, great basketball sponsors, but they've taken things over into baseball with us as well. So they're great sponsors. Don't forget the 3-on-3 tournament going on at Nets on Fire. You can sign up today, whether you're 3rd grade and up, doesn't matter. 3rd grade up, high school, elementary, even adults, you can participate. Men, women.
Should we get a team? Should we get a squad?
Me, you, and Musgrave.
We might need CC for some height.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Maybe we need instead of Musgrave, we'll bring in Connor.
I mean, we got Paul, the round mound to rebound. We can add a little.
Yeah, there you go.
Charles Barkley had the battle on the blacktop.
Yeah,
he'll use all 5 of his fouls.
That's right.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. It's for Cora kids. It's a great nonprofit organization here locally. We're gonna have some great raffles. Lifetime stores donating a bunch of cool stuff, and we're gonna be raffling off paddle boards and basketball hoops, and there's something in for everybody. 4 games are guaranteed. It's coming up the end of April, the 20th and 21st of April. It's gonna be a Friday, Saturday. We'll have some games inside. We'll have some games outside, just depending on the amount of teams that we get signed up. So you got a couple weeks, so start thinking about that. The link to register your team is up on the fansportsnetwork.com.
That's right. Definitely got to get registered today. Looks like Titan Tate is up there getting warmed up here for the Thunder. So again, one of these guys I just don't know a lot about. So, well, while he's up there warming up, let's take a quick 30-second break. And when we return, we still have nearly a full inning to play. There's a lot of runs that have scored, but still no outs. So we'll be back with more here on the Fan Sports Network.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
3 locations in St. George, at Dino Crossing, Santa Clara, and in Hurricane. Think Bucks.
Welcome back here on on the Fan Sports Network. It's our first simulcast of the season here, where we are broadcasting on radio and video streaming over on the fansportsnetwork.com. Head on over to that Region 10 tab and look for the latest post. You can see Crimson Cliffs and Desert Hills over there. So join us in all those different places.
Here's the numbers on Tate. 10 2/3 of work so far this year. Made 3 appearances, given up 8 earned runs. He's walked 7, struck out 10, ERAs at 5 for the senior Titan Tate.
Outside for his first pitch and ball 1. Now this is Petey Soto, who's up to bat in the last inning. He was walked. We are nearly through the lineup here with, after him, 2 more batters to go before we've made our way all the way around. Runner on first. Still no outs, and it's a 2-0 count.
Yeah, Petey got a chance here to kind of keep the momentum going for the Mustangs. Probably wants to hit pretty bad to make up for that error he had out there short on that play that he couldn't handle.
Got that one in there for a strike.
And that's something you won't see a lot. You won't see Petey Soto make too many mistakes out there at short.
Yeah, not really.
One of the premier shortstops in the region. Of course, Boston Vest over at Dixie's a pretty good one too.
Runner goes, throw down is not there in time, and he lost the ball on it anyways, so runner will make their way over to second, Tyler West.
Of course, Desert Hills, Cole DeCastro, pretty darn good shortstop in his own right. It seems like Desert Hills has had a factory of shortstops come through the program.
Yeah, they had Peyton Gubler, who's kind of a short and third kind of guy last season.
You know, it's funny, we talk so much about, at least I do, how, we've only had 3 players drafted since Doug Jolly was drafted in the NFL that prepped in the region. With Panay Sewell being the 3rd, and maybe Peyton Wilgar gets drafted this year, we'll see, and Noah Sewell, so we could have more. But I don't know I know you guys made a big deal about it, but I think it's a pretty big deal. Drew Thorpe, alumni of Desert Hills, getting drafted in the 2nd round by the New York Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, baseball is one of those sports where, a lot of guys do get drafted, right? But how many are drafted in just the first few? How many are drafted on day 1, right? And he's one of those that was drafted day 1. His ETA right now, they're looking at 2025 is what MLB.com says for Drew Thorpe to make it up to the big leagues.
Yeah, but that's not bad. That's 2 years.
But exactly, right? Some of these guys will work for 10 years as Petey Soto strikes out swinging. So the fact that
some guys never get that call up. That's what you kind of would expect out of a 2nd round pick.
Yeah.
They'll give him a year, maybe 2. If it takes 2, that's probably a good expectation there. Of course, his brother is Aaron Morris, who we could see try to close this game out on the back end if they decide to lift Bo Sampson. Right now, he's got the 6-2 lead, but Aaron, younger brother of Drew Thorpe.
Yeah, and he's going to go play ball just down the road from where his brother was at Cal Poly. He's going to go play at kind of Cal Poly's cousin. Just down the road in, I just lost the name of the town. Big golf town, Devin.
Monterey?
Monterey Bay, yeah.
Monterey Bay.
That's where he's going to go play. Be an Otter.
Yep. San Luis Obispo is where Drew Thorpe was, I think, and then you go to
right.
Cal State, Monterey Bay. Cal Poly's always there.
It's a good baseball program.
Sure.
Well, they, a lot of Drew's success with Cal Poly came because a lot of scouts were looking at his teammate, right? But and then all of a sudden they're looking at, hey, who's this Drew Thorpe kid, right?
Yeah.
And
didn't he lead the NCAA in strikeouts last year?
Oh yeah, he was on top in strikeouts.
Yep. It was fun to call.
I don't know if I'm trying to remember if he finished top in strikeouts, but he definitely held it for a long time.
Did you ever call a Drew Thorpe game, or did you get him?
No, I didn't. His runner goes to 3rd and is up safe. So now there's a runner over on 3rd base. Tyler West makes his way over there, and it's a 2-0 count right now to Breck Starley.
Yeah, he was a bulldog on the mound.
Now he played
his position at first when he played in the infield. Really slugged it, man. Just had so much horsepower.
He's a big body too. He's a tall kid.
But he's gotten a lot stronger post high school, as a lot of guys do, right?
Yeah.
Still maturing, and his legs are. like tree trunks when I saw him not too long ago.
You know, we had him on the show back around the draft. I want to say it was the day before, the day after the draft. I'm trying to remember. It was right around that time. It was after the draft because we were talking about the Yankees. And I was asking him if it was the power of the stash. He's got that mustache now. As that one's ripped into center on a line, brings around a run, and it's going to be an RBI single.
Yeah, really good piece of hitting there, and the Mustangs are starting to pour it on us a little bit. And, Breck Starley can make you pay, can't he?
Oh, yeah.
Nice swing, nice level. Didn't try to overswing it. And RBI single, and Ty West scores. And Mustangs have their largest lead of the game now, a 5-run lead on the Wilkinson scoreboard at 7-2. Starley wants in on some of our awards tonight. Maybe he can get into the Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game conversation with that RBI single.
Lone inside, ball 1 to Ty Maynard. He's the 9th batter here in the 4th inning for the Mustangs. So batting all the way around the lineup today.
Yeah, and it's just... you come into this inning with a 2-1 lead, and all of a sudden the wheels kind of come off. You get Chase the starter out of the game, and now Titan Tate is getting roughed up. Another single for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that one's sent into shallow left. And as a reminder, 7 runs to 2 here for the Mustangs, and 6 of them coming alone here in the 4th. Really coming alive here.
Yeah, if you joined us late, you look at our game presented by the Boulevard, and no score through the first full 2 innings, and then Crimson got 1 in the top of the 3rd, 2 in the bottom, answered by Desert Hills, and then all of a sudden 6 already here in the 4th to open up this 7-2 lead. 6 runs on 7 hits now for the Stangs.
That ball is in the dirt, but able to hop on top of it is Thompson. Now again, we've made our way around the lineup, so it's back to Parker Andrus, who walked the first at-bat this inning.
Yeah, and Desert Hills has got to play again tomorrow, so you probably don't want... Crew started already this work, so you may be saving Jace Fillmore to start that game with 3 games this week. And so... maybe Reed the sophomore would be available. Kyler Terry's pitched 2 1/3, but you don't want to use him too much coming off the injury from last year. Turner's pitched 4 innings, so Tate gets in too much more trouble. It'd be really interesting to see where Kevin Cave goes to on the bullpen side of things.
2-1 now.
If you're Kevin Cave, you're hoping, okay, Titans, settle down a little bit here. Throw some strikes. Problem is he's thrown too many strikes and they've just laced them.
Yeah, that's the problem. You gotta keep things a little spicy for the guy in the batter's box. Little high, and that'll send it to a 3-1 count here for Parker Andrus, the DH tonight here for Crimson Cliffs. And as we mentioned before, he's the kind of guy that you want at your DH, is someone with a lot of power that if he's going to connect with one, there's no telling how far it's going to go.
You got Barber at first, Starley out there at second.
Popped this one foul.
And still just that 1 out. Is Parker thinking home run there? A little late on that swing. I guess when you're his size, every swing's a potential home run swing, right?
Yeah, it's probably true.
Andrus is looking for his first hit of the game. Walked and struck out in his previous 2 ABs.
Inside, and he'll let that one go right by him, and he'll walk on over to the second time this inning over to first base.
Yeah, no movement from the Thunder bullpen. Titan Tate with the bases loaded, 1 out, going to stay in and face.
Now, as of right now, the 1 out was a P.D. Soto strikeout.
Now heading for the Mustangs.
Kyler Skinner back into it. Or excuse me, no, we've got
Fehe. Right?
No, we got someone new in there. We got Wright.
Oh, is this pinch hitter?
Yeah. McKay Wright is in.
McKay Wright was fun to watch on the gridiron, wasn't he, man? He was one of those guys that Coach Wayne Alofopo just kept working and working and ended up, I think he led the Mustangs in tackles by the end of the season, like just flew around the field and, didn't play any varsity that I'm aware of last year. And I called a number of Mustang games last year all the way through the state championship. And this is my first look at them on the broadcast this year. I haven't seen McKay yet, so this would be fun to get a look at him on the diamond in the Buck brand beef batter box.
We got some good connection there as he pops this one up out of play. Just barely out of play as left field tries to get over there to make something out of it.
He's got 18 plate appearances, 14 at bats officially, and 7 hits. Scored 4 runs, 3 RBIs, 1 double. Hitting .500. I mean, 7 out of 14 so far in the season. Hasn't been in the lineup every day, obviously, for Coach Abbott, but a guy that's, when you're hitting .500, you got to get a pitch hit once in a while because he's been swinging it well.
Caught the zone for that. Strike 2, 0-2 count.
Yeah, Tate right now, he just needs to find a way to get McKay right out. I mean, whatever it takes here. Stop the bleeding a little bit here in the top of the 4th. You've already given up, Thunder have given up 6 runs already in this inning. You can't afford to give up more here, and the bases are juiced.
And dropped it in. It's a strike 3.
McKay Wright's like, whoa. I think he thought that was down and away, been out of the zone. And it's an S&S mechanical strikeout and a much-needed one for the Thunder. S&S has spring tune-ups. The earlier you schedule them, the more you save. If you schedule by tomorrow, you'll save more than if you wait 2 weeks. The incentive now, because we're kind of in the fringe season, you got a little bit more time to get out there and do those tune-ups. Why wait for the hot weather to tune up your AC unit? Call S&S Mechanical today, serving St. George and Cedar City.
Tate Maynard stepping into the box, the righty, into the Buck brand beef box. Looking now at a 1-1 count. Just a reminder, bases loaded, 7-2 here in the top of the 4th inning for the Mustangs. And he sends this one into center. Can he get there in time? Oh, and it hits the glove and drops down. Starley comes around and scores. Coming over from second and scoring and over from first, we had a bunch of different guys coming around to score.
Seth Wells got a great jump on the ball. He was tracking it. He had a beat on it. And it just looked like it went off the palm of the glove, didn't it? I mean, it's way out there, 350 feet. And so we're behind home plate. But that is a huge momentum swing again. And the Mustangs have now opened up a 10-2 lead as that one ends up they score that at air out there, I would guess.
I would guess so, yeah. But you had Breck Starley coming around. You had Still Barbin, who was pinch running there for Ty Maynard, and Parker Andrus all coming around to score. So clearing the bases off of a bases loaded. So 3-run double.
They called it a double. They called that a double.
All right. We'll follow what they say, shall we?
Yeah, I mean, he had a long way to go.
And a hit by pitch. And I think that was Fahey there that hit by pitch.
Dusty, can we look at that last play out there in center? I want to see that again because we're a long way away. Let's take a look here for our viewers on the fansportsnetwork.com. Does it go right off the mid? It definitely looked like it might have. It's still a very difficult play. But I mean, if I go up to Seth Wells and say right now, should you have caught that ball? He might say, yeah, I should have caught that ball. He's out there for a reason. Good speed out there in center field. And now Coach Kevin Cave out. And we're going to have another pitching change as the Mustangs have batted around, and they're up 10-2 over the Thunder here in the top of the 4th inning.
It's another Nets on fire pitching change. Means we'll step away for a little bit and let the pitcher warm up here. So 1-minute break. More when we come back here from the top of the 4th inning on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around.
Hey, it's Luke with Uding Associates at American Family Insurance. At Uding Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Got a project at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Well, we got a new pitcher out there on the mound for the Thunder. Let's see if we can, I got to get my roster pulled up here. Who's your number 49 there, Dev? Do you have a roster out there for us? Do we know who's on the mound? Let's see if they got it here for us. Atkin.
Yeah, it's going to be Atkin.
Boyd Atkin out there on the mound.
Yeah, and you know, you're going deep. That's the question we just posed. I said, hey, who do you turn to next? You got another game tomorrow night. And Atkin is a freshman, but he has made 4 appearances already this year. 1.24 ERA, which is actually the lowest on the team. He's only worked 5 2/3 innings of work, though. And we'll see what the freshman can do. He's given up just 1 earned run. He's walked 5, struck out 7, and he's given up just 3 hits in 5 2/3 work. So we've seen some freshmen come in and do some big things. I remember back when Chunner Nyberg came in as a freshman and helped Dixie win a state championship. And we, you know, baseball's one of those sports where you can get, we saw, you know, Cooper Vest come in as a flyer. And, you know, we saw, you know, very talented. There have been so many cases at Snow Canyon where we've seen some freshmen come in and have impacts over there for Coach Seacrest. You see it sometimes, and here's Atkin, a chance to try to get out of this tough 4th inning for the Thunder. There's already 9 runs have plated.
Yeah, now Jager Baldwin, who's been playing really well tonight, fouls off the first pitch.
Yeah, Jager, he's 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a ribbied tonight already from the leadoff spot.
And fouls away his second one. So he's facing an 0-2 count. 2 outs, 2 runners on. 1 on first, 1 on second. But a successful inning for the Mustangs. They've already put up, count them up, 9 runs in 1 inning. And they're obviously 10-2, so very successful inning here.
But the velo looks pretty good. A little low and inside there from Atkin, though. He's got a little pop for freshman.
Yeah, it's tough to come in as a freshman and especially at that position, right? You know, commander of the field out there on the mound to come in and play. It's a tough spot to be in, but freshman's willing to take on that mantle, and right now he's put up a 1-2 count here to Jager Baldwin. Baldwin sends it to second, right past the outstretched glove, and that's going to send a runner around from third. And scoring. So runner goes from second all the way home and 1 from first all the way over to third. And Baldwin now 3 of 4.
Center fielder number 24, Ty West.
Yeah, just swinging it, man. Jager, just a grinder, just doing his thing, making it happen at the plate. 3 out of 4 tonight. Another ribby, second of the night. It's already scored 2 runs. A lot of production for Coach Abbott tonight from the top of the order in Jager Baldwin.
That's right. Tyler West.
West's been good tonight. 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a walk. Did also strike out.
And he sends that one into center field.
This is trouble.
It's back. hits the bottom of the wall. That sends in 1 run. One's going to come around third and score. He's looking for a triple, and he'll get there, diving into third base. Big triple for Tyler West, 2-run RBI.
Wow, back-to-back big RBI hits, Baldwin and West. And now Desert Hills is in trouble. I mean, the 10-run rule is in effect here after 5. So all of a sudden, the Thunder down big here, you know. And it's hard to know when to go get your starter. You know, Musgrave ended up, pitching 78 pitches, I think, was the final line tonight.
Yeah, I got him at 78. And that one will send in another one right past shortstop.
When you're hot, you're hot. And this is a hitting clinic right now by the defending state champ Crimson Cliffs Mustangs, Cade. They are just raking.
Yeah, P.D. Soto, who has actually kind of struggled today, finally, getting himself. He definitely was due a hit. He had struck out, flied out, and then he had gotten a walk as well. So it's the second time on base, but his first hit here tonight. And brings up Brex Starley, who has walked twice and has got a single as well, facing now a 1-0 count. That one was low and at his feet.
I want to give a shout out to one of our great sponsors, Jason Baum, Equity Home Loans, our stolen base sponsor. We had 1 or 2 of those early in the game, but haven't seen one for a while. Why didn't he steal bases when everybody's hitting right now for the Mustangs in this 4th inning? But if you're looking for a home loan, looking to buy, rates are still up there, but you can always refinance later. But home prices have come down, so don't wait. If you need some help, Jason Baum can walk you through the process and get you a loan. Visit baumloans.com.
And that's the first thing he'll tell you. Buy now, come talk to me later and refinance. That's what he's going to tell you.
Well, what will happen is, home prices will go up again later, and rates will come down. But right now, rates are up, but prices have come down a little bit. I'd rather save $30,000, $50,000 off the sales price.
Yeah, me too.
And then refi when it goes back down to 4.
Swinging at that, it's a 2-1 count now for Brex Starley. 2 outs on the board, but again, it's one of those rally stop 2-out rallies where they're just putting on a hitting clinic here. After McKay Wright struck out for that second out, they've then since scored 1, 2, 3, 4 runs. And Starley, with a single, sends a runner from first to second. They'll hold up right there.
Just a solid piece of hitting. Going the other way, right-handed batter, Brex Starley just drives it right between first and second. And they're just seeing the Thunder pitching well right now. I mean, hit after hit after hit after hit. I mean, they came into this inning with, 2 hits? 3 hits.
I mean, that sounds about right.
I've lost track, 8 or 9 hits in this inning.
There has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits.
Dusty's telling us 10. I think one was
10,
an error.
10 hits. I do have 10 hits. Sorry, I did miss one more. That was 10 hits.
10 hits. 10 hits. Yeah. Dusty, our producer on the video stream tonight, he's like, look at my replays. I've got you 10 RBIs hits in this inning.
Now there was an error that was off of that bunt, so we didn't count that. But
14-2. I mean, it was 2-1 to start this inning.
This inning was 2-1, and it's 14-2.
And Atkin, good pitch.
Got him inside. There. It's a 1-1.
Good pitch there. It's Maynard.
Ty Maynard was the end of the lineup, and now he's back at it again, so he's the end of the lineup twice now. Hit a single, though, his last at-bat. Maynard takes a timeout. There's only one guy that did not make it around to score, and that was P.D. Soto because he struck out, but he is standing on second base. Swinging hard at that for strike number 2.
Rockies and Padres tied 1-1, top of third. Some of the night games in the MLB opening day lineup. Oakland and the Angels scoreless. And now the Angels actually just scored a run in the bottom of 5th to take a 1-0 lead. With Shohei on the mound, that might be all it takes is a 1-run lead.
The Angels with a much better roster than years past, too, filling in some of those gaps.
Yeah, I just refreshed my page. Rockies have a 4-2 lead over the Padres. Dodgers, Diamondbacks tied 2-2.
If you're Colorado, you take a win over the Padres any chance you get.
I'm keeping an eye on my beloved Mariners. They're scoreless right now against Cleveland. Castillo, opening day starter for the Mariners against Kleber for the Guardians. I'm still getting used to saying the Guardians.
You got to get used to it. It's tough. It's tough. Full count now. Runner on first and second, full count, and
you're hearing,
2 outs.
You're hearing a lot of chatter out of the Mustang bench, and it's pretty quiet over there on the Thunder third base dugout.
Runners go, and caught him looking, they'll say, and that'll retire the side. How about that?
Yeah, Atkins does finally end this marathon top of the 4th inning, but not before they go off for 13 runs on 10 hits. And what was there, 1 Thunder error and a questionable one in center field that came in and they ruled a double, but I thought maybe it hit his mid, but it was so far out I couldn't be sure.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a minute break. When we come back, it's the bottom of the 4th inning here from Thunder Field on the Fan Sports Network.
We know it takes an entire community to make Southern Utah thrive. You will see us on the fields, on the courts, at festivals, and in the schools, and everywhere in between. From Southern Utah's Auto Mall, we help you create memories that bolster joy in our community. It's the reason why we've got it made in Southern Utah and why you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Let's see what the Thunder can do here now in the bottom of the 4th. See if they can try to
show some
course
fight.
correct. Yeah, it's 14-2. The Mustangs putting up 13 runs off of 10 hits in that last inning. 10 hits to go along with, count them up, 1, 2 walks, and a couple of hit by pitches as well.
Yeah, now it's 14-2, and you know you're in the bottom of the 4th. You just got to get it back under 10 here, avoid the 5-run, 10-run rule, and the Castros 1 for 1. Kyler Terry's got an RBI single. You got to have some guys just one at bat at a time. You can't get all these runs back instantly. Everybody's got to have uber focused plate approaches here, and you just got to try to chip away at this lead. But that's gonna be tough because the only thing is Bo Sampson sat a long time over there. Is that inning? What did that inning go over 25 minutes? I think in the top of the 4th
inning. Yeah.
And so now see if Bo can continue to pick up where he left off because he really looked sharp tonight. Kind of what you'd expect from Bo Sampson after the season he had last year.
So Hagen Reed up to bat here for the Thunder, and he looks at ball 1 and ball 2.
And Sampson, 63 pitches coming into this inning, 37 of them for strikes. He's only, through 3 innings had to face 13 batters, so been pretty efficient. Got that double play ball earlier that was big for him when the Thunder were threatening back in the 1st. Letting the defense make plays behind him.
Fouled away to keep things alive here. It's 2-2 count.
Yeah, Sampson facing Reed here.
Curveball broke a little too far outside for the ump's liking for a ball 3 and a full count.
Again, appreciate Adams Wealth Advisors, our stat sponsor tonight.
Swing and strikeout.
And strikeouts brought to you by S&S Mechanical.
Seth Wells.
Turn to the experts for all of your heating, cooling, AC needs, plumbing as well at S&S Mechanical. Serving Southern Utah for years and years.
Seth Wells stepping up into the Buck Brand Beef batter's box. Looks at the first one for a strike.
I believe that was strikeout number 4. You have 4 Ks for Sampson now on the night?
Yeah, 4 strikeouts.
He's a guy capable every time he takes the bump of double-digit Ks.
Yeah. 2 looking, 2 swinging. It's a 1-1 count here, and make it a 1-2.
Wells has got good speed. Just got to find a way to get aboard here.
And that one is a ball. It's a 2-2 count here.
With the wheels kind of coming off in that top half of the 4th inning there moments ago for the Thunder, you just need base runners right now. Try to chip and chip and chip. And Maynard did not like that. And now there's some chatter from the Mustang dugout as the home plate umpire said that's enough. He wanted that. It did look a little downstairs. It was close, though. And that one down.
And sends him over to first base. All right, Seth Wells finds his way over to first, and
they did appeal it, but the field umpire said, nope, he didn't go. Check the swing. Now would be a good time for Jason Baumbeck, Woody home loan, stolen base for the Thunder. Try to get a runner into scoring position.
It's Titan Tate. Swinging hard at that one, but it dropped on him, and it's strike 1.
Yeah, Titan kind of probably coming in swinging mad a little bit. Got roughed up on the mound when he came in to relieve Musgrave, and love to take it out on a baseball right now.
Yeah, got him looking at the fastball for strike 2.
And that's what Sampson can do. Boom, he can jump out on you, and quickly it's an 0-2 count. And now he can mix things up. See what Coach Abbott wants to go with here.
Expect like a changeup or something to come right here too. Oh, he goes fastball low. It's one of my favorite things about baseball is just trying to guess what he's going to throw next, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Bo's got such a good fastball. Good movement on the breaking ball. And then because he's got the velo, he can mix the changeup in.
Yeah, there he goes with the curveball too.
Yep, got him.
He's got some good break to that too. It's really impressive. Caught him looking for strike 3.
Hitting left fielder number 4.
And that one just broke just the top of the K zone. And I think it was the right call. It was up in the zone, which kind of froze Titan Tate. And
but he has it where it looks like he's throwing it about 6 inches outside, and it breaks just in time. I mean, if I'm in that position, I'm not swinging at that ball either.
You know, this is the problem Kevin Cave's got right now is his team ERA coming into tonight was over 6.
Yeah.
And, you know, now 14-2. So that team ERA is even up higher after tonight, win or lose, come back with some firepower or not. Got to figure some things out with the pitching if you want to win a state championship. And you got Musgrave, and you got Jace Fillmore, and you got Crew Christensen. But is there enough behind that? Only time will tell.
Yeah. 2-1 count here to Cooper Clough.
Just a reminder, we're going to be naming our Jersey Mike's sub of the game. I could go for a Jersey Mike's sub.
Oh, I can always go for Jersey Mike's sub.
Mike's Way.
Get it Mike's Way. Now, the sandwich I like to get doesn't even come Mike's Way. I like their Phillies. They got a good Philly cheesesteak over there.
They do. I've had many hot subs. I've tried all the different Phillies over there.
Oh, yeah. The club is pretty good, too. So, if you get a chance at the club, pass ball here. Runner's going to head over to second. That pass ball brought to you by Udine Associates, American Family Insurance Agency in St. George. Sends Seth Wells over to second.
Catcher number 20, Corbin Thompson.
And walk over to first.
Yeah, I don't know. That one might have been a wild pitch. Maynard did everything he could to stretch out for that one. And that one just got away from Bo, I think.
Yeah. And it happens. It happens to the best of them.
You're trying to maybe throw the bender and it just doesn't snap off. That looked like just a fastball that was kind of tailing away, though. And just didn't come out of the hand right. Sampson does have he's had great command tonight for the most part, though.
Little outside there for Sampson for ball 1 to Corbin Thompson.
And Bo's got a comfortable lead right now. 12-run lead.
swinging up at that one and missing. It's a 1-2 count. Remember, 2 runners on first and on second. No score here from the Thunder in this inning. It's still 14-2 after the Mustangs put 13 on in the top of the 4th.
There's a good pitch for Bo. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, just framed up. Maynard didn't even move the glove from where he was set up.
Now today, a day of a couple of makeup games for Desert Hills and Crimson here, of course, tonight. And Desert Hills softball was making up a game against Hurricane. Swinging at that one for strike 3, and that is out. Number 3 as well. 3 strikeouts in that inning for Bo Sampson to close things out. So, well, with that, we will take a break. When we come back, we head into the 5th inning here on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cass Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey
Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Here we go into the 5th inning, and the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs already to a good start here with a 14-2 lead coming into this one. Coming up to the plate right now is Parker Andrus. He started things off back in the 4th, batted twice, was walked both times, made his way back around though to score each time, which that's going to be a common thread as we go through this inning. Is talking about players that scored last inning. The only one that didn't was Petey Soto, but he still had an RBI single, so you got to give the kid some credit. So lots of good plays from the entire Mustang lineup in the last inning.
By the way, Caden, our Bucks Ace Hardware look ahead to tomorrow on the broadcast schedule. We'll be over at Snow Canyon for the Pineview Snow Canyon game tomorrow.
Yep.
Get a nice look at Sam Lindsay, who leads the entire 4A with 8 home runs already this year.
Not even just 4A, it's the entire state.
Is he leading the whole state now? I didn't check all the 5 and 6A schools.
Yeah, he's leading the entire state right now with 8 home runs. And he got 2 in their last ball game.
And his teammate Hayden Smith's got 5.
Yep, followed by Breck Starley also with 5.
Yep.
Not sure what school that is. Looks like they're one of the Cowboys, Brett Darrow.
Yeah.
And then you get into...
Maybe that's, is that Grantsville? Who is
Could
that?
be, I don't know. But
Ridgeline's got a kid.
Ridgeline.
Mikaio Swinson from Snow Canyon's also got 3. You look at Hayden Smith with 5, 13 when you add in Sam, and then Swinson's got 3 more. I mean, you got 16
Oh, yeah, they're raking it out
between those 3 Warriors.
It's impressive.
Yeah, they're just swinging it right now. And we'll see Snow Canyon tomorrow against the Pineview Panthers. That'll be our next broadcast. We'll have the video and the audio for you right here on the Fan and the FanSportsNetwork.com. You've got Cedar and Crimson that will play tomorrow night. Hurricane will go play. Will play Desert Hills. That'll be here again. So back-to-back home games for the Thunders.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they played in Hurricane earlier in the week.
That's low from the freshman.
Atkin.
Yep, Hoyt Atkin, number 49. Gotta love some of those pitchers' numbers that they give them, right? Especially the young ones. This one popped up. second base going to head out there, or right field going to come in, and he misses it. He's going to roll all the way around to second, come around to third, and he goes back to second. He decides against it.
Wow. You know, it looked like Fillmore was called off last second by Titan Tate, and then Tate couldn't get to it. And that's, you know, that's that outfielder coming in. That's his call. And you saw, you know, Fillmore last second spin out of that. And a costly error there. That is another error, I believe.
I was curious if they were going to score an error or not. I haven't. Let's see here. They haven't updated it yet.
They're saying single.
Give
I'm
him
not
a
so
single?
sure.
I gave it an error, but
well, if nobody touched it though,
yeah.
Then I understand. I couldn't tell if it ricocheted off his glove or not, as he ended up kind of trying to go low and keep it off the grass in the outfield and shallow right field.
This is Kyler Skinner back up into it.
14-2. You need those outs when you're trying to, you know, get back and rattle those bats and keep this game going. If you're the Thunder fans out there, Crimson, they're like, let's go bat around again and open this up even more.
Fouled that one away, and it is an 0-2 count here to Kyler Skinner.
Again, both teams a little shorthanded tonight. No Trey Evans for the Mustangs. No Andrew Wilson for the Thunder. Both nursing some injuries. They both should be back later in the season, though.
Yeah, and
at least you're hopeful they are.
You'll want both those guys as you get into the playoffs.
Absolutely. Trey Evans, I mean, a machine. Willie, your starting catcher, hit for great average last year as an underclassman. Two valuable pieces missing in tonight's game.
1-2 count here to Kyler Skinner. No outs, guy on second. And that one's in the dirt. It's 2-2.
Yeah, Hoyt trying to kind of just get into a little rhythm, settle in now. Finally got that third out in that brutal top of the fourth inning where Crimson opened this thing up and scored all those runs. 13 runs scored last inning. And, you know, now it's hard. You know, you're coming out there, you're looking at the scoreboard, and you just got to really focus one pitch at a time here. Just a freshman.
Mm-hmm. He's got a full count going on here against Kyler Skinner.
Yeah, patient at bat right now for Skinner.
And he extends that bat out over to first base, throws it to Atkin, who loses it, and a run's going to come around and score from third. The ball goes into the dugout, so they'll send him over to second. And Parker Andrus comes all the way around.
Wow. Another mistake there. I mean, you know, Atkins coming. I mean, he's covering. It's not like he forgot to cover. And I couldn't tell. Bo Walden's now in at first base over there. And it just looked like it was too far out in front of him.
Number 8, Tate Maynard.
And I don't know if Bo just led him a little too far or if Atkins wasn't there quick enough, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah. So coming up is Tate Maynard, third base here for the Mustangs. Score now 15 runs to 2.
Yeah, you got to score that in an air, though. That's fielded, and then it's got to be an error on the throw, I guess.
Pass ball runner's going to go to third.
Yeah, the wheels have come off for the Thunder, haven't they?
They really have. Yeah, it's been a tough night here.
No, and look, Thunder's still going to be a really competitive team and still got a chance to make some noise and, you know, clean some things up and obviously get Willie back in the lineup, but they're playing the defending state champs who are just loaded again this year.
They didn't really lose talent last year. As this one's sent into right. Titan Tate back on it, and he gets underneath it. Runner tags up from third. They send him home, and he slides head first. Easily safe.
Yeah, nice little sac fly. Add another run on the board. Another run plated here in our Boulevard home featured game tonight. 16-2.
Fahey, Fanuelo.
Fanuelo is in. Fahey And Fahey can pitch. I mean, we were talking about that a little bit earlier. He can bring the gas, from what I understand. I haven't seen him pitch. I've just heard the buzz around him.
And that's some of the fun of the playoffs, too, is because we don't catch every single one of these guys' games, right? We're hopping all over the region. Sometimes you might not see someone like him until the playoffs, and then we get to see what he really brings to the table. This one popped up as well. Heading out of play. And making the play over there on first base, getting the out.
381 hitter, but it just, popped that one up. An easy play there defensively for the Thunder. Second out of the inning.
Yeah, Crew Christensen able to get under it and make the play. So coming up again, Jager Baldwin, who's 3 of 4 here. Only had a strikeout to start the game, but since he's had quite a hot bat, so we'll see if he can get a bit of a 2-out rally going here for the Mustangs. Not like they need it right now. It's 16-2, but see what they'll give him. First one, ball, 1-0.
Jager 3 for 4 tonight, just doing his thing, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Timeout here by the
Thompson,
by the Thunder.
Got shook up a little bit.
Yeah, it must have. That last pitch came in, and Thompson's heading over to the dugout.
And Thompson said, and so is Bo Wall. Isn't that Bo?
No, Crew Christensen coming over. Or what? Maybe it was Bo Wall. Maybe Bo Wall was the one over there.
I think so. And maybe is he going to have to? Is he the next catcher? You're down Willie. It looks like with whatever happened to Thompson, I don't know if he dislocated a finger or something, but he was shaking his hand, and it looks like, yeah, Thompson's getting lifted. Right arm, right hand.
Yeah, he's kind of. It almost looked like he was over there holding the shoulder or something too. I don't know.
And it looks like Bo Wall is going to come into pitch for Desert Hills. Of course, we know he can throw.
He's starting to pitch, or is he coming to?
He was
to catch.
Or catch, excuse me. We know he's got an arm.
Yeah, that's true. Quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, got a lot of time last year. He's a sophomore. He's pitched a little bit this year, but I think they need him a catcher right now. I think you're absolutely correct. And so we've got an injury timeout, so to speak.
Yes, so.
And we'll see what Kevin Cave is going to do here.
They put Spencer Wilcock over there on first base. So we'll see. Let's take a quick 30-second break while they get ready here. We'll be back with more, so just stick around here with us on the Fan Sports Network. Give me more info when we come back.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
So Bo Wall comes in here for the Thunder to take over as catcher as we hop back in here in the 5th inning, starting things off here. Top of the 5th inning still. 2 runs have scored in the top of the 5th to make things 16-2 for the Mustangs. And again, if the Mustangs can close out Desert Hills in the 5th, then we'll be out of here.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like a mercy rule game here at this point. And, just a couple errors this inning, a couple mistakes, and now a couple more plated here. You already had 2 here in the 5th. After all those runs, you scored 13 in the 4th. I mean, this was a 2-1 lead going to the top of the 4th inning for the Thunder. And now they're down 16-2, and the red-hot Jager Baldwin steps back in, and that one from Atkin way outside and gets the backstop. Petey Soto is going to come get that and then chase that ball back to the Mustang dugout. And rip shot down the line, and that's going to
stay. Foul ball is the call.
Just
it was close. That was
inches foul down that left field line, wasn't it? Now Jager's just seeing it tonight.
Yeah.
Jager was always, you know, a little undersized when he played football, but he brought such a toughness and ferociousness to the game, and then fell in love with baseball, and boy, just signed to Slick. We noted that earlier in the broadcast. Exciting, play next level baseball up there.
Foul away there. 2-2 count.
Coach D.T. Nilsson up there at Slick, the Bruins head coach. Getting a good one. Getting Sampson, too.
Mm-hmm. And he sends this one right about where he sent the last one, too, but getting under it in center field for the out, and that'll send us into the bottom of the 5th.
It's do or die for the Thunder. They got to get some runs here. They got to score, you know, 6-7 runs here to keep this game going. See if they can do it when we come back.
All right, more coming up next here on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
At AWP. They are open to the public across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. And stay tuned for the AWP Playmaker of the Game.
Welcome back here to Desert Hills High School. Crimson Cliffs out there on the field looking to close out this matchup between the Thunder and the Mustangs. Right now it's 16-2 at the end of the 5th. Looking to see if they can keep it within that 10-run rule area here. So coming up to bat though is Crew, or excuse me, we're going over to Cole DeCastro. Back to the top of the lineup here for the Thunder. Cole's last at bat, he walked. He's able to come around and get one of those 2 runs that are on the board already for the Thunder. So let's see if he has it in him to get back on base and do it again and maybe try to close out this lead a little bit more against the Mustangs.
Yeah, Cole swinging it this year, isn't he? I mean, he missed a couple games, that hand injury. Only his 3rd at bat tonight, though, 1 for 1 with a walk.
Now, Breck Starley up there on the mound as well, so we have a pitching change. Starley throwing 2 quick strikes.
Yeah, and the line's going to be a pretty nice line. The final line on Bo tonight going to be pretty good. 4 innings, 3 hits, 2-run baseball, struck out 6, walked 4. Solid night for Bo.
And it's a swinging strikeout to Cole DeCastro.
And you can hear the hooping and hollering in the Mustangs. Yeah, they're having fun. They're 2 outs away from the dub. Going to have, again, our Bucks Ace Hardware look ahead to tomorrow night. Bucks, 3 locations, Hurricane, Dino Crossing, and out there in Santa Clara. Snow Canyon Pineview tomorrow night, 7:30 first pitch, right here on The Fan and streaming on thefansportsnetwork.com.
Starley breaking ball, catching the outside of the zone. It's strike 1 to Jace Fillmore.
Caden gets a Friday night off, but me and Dusty will be working tomorrow night.
You know what I'm doing tomorrow night?
Going to a concert.
No, I'm staying up late so I can watch Formula One qualifying. Australian Grand Prix starting at 11 o'clock tomorrow night.
I didn't know you were a big F1 guy.
I love F1, man. Yep.
I don't watch. I watch a lot of sports, but I haven't watched a lot of F1. But I am excited they're coming to Vegas.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
My brother actually called me and said, "Hey, what do you want to do about tickets?" I said, "Good luck. Get your wallet out."
You said, "I don't know, sell my firstborn, I guess." I don't know.
I hear they're going for a steep price.
It's pretty pricey.
Yeah, and it's not till the fall.
Yeah, it's in November. It's in November, so
I'm like, what am I going to? Taylor Swift concert or something? Those tickets were
even more expensive than that, too.
I mean, you wanted 2 tickets just to get into Taylor Swift last weekend. You were $1,000.
Yeah.
And that's in the nosebleeds.
Swinging at that. That's strike 3. 2 outs down here in the 5th.
Yeah,
so I looked into getting some of those because my wife likes Taylor Swift. So I was like, maybe. And I got in on the pre-sale. And I talked to her and I said, look, I got in on the pre-sale. I can sit here and wait in a queue for 5 hours and get you tickets, or we don't have to go. She's like, we don't have to go. That's not worth it. So we ended up doing it.
If you would have got them, you could have made some money.
I could have got some and sold them, and that's probably what I should have done. But hindsight, in the dirt and rolling up the glove for ball 1.
Yeah, a little wild there from Brex, but he's already got 2 big outs. 1 out away from sealing the deal here. Got to face Kyler Terry, though. Terry ripped an RBI double down the line that gave the Thunder that 2-1 lead, but that seems so long ago when you're down 16-2.
Some movement on that one. That even had Kyler a little psyched out. He turned his shoulder to it and it broke inside right down the pipe. So it's a 1-1 count, 2 outs, nobody on. Low off the plate, it's 2-1.
Brex can't wait to get that baseball back. Those are 2 wild ones now. He's got to maybe over pitching just a little bit, knowing he's an out away here, trying to mow him down with that heater. Tough kid to get out to him, Kyler Terry.
Absolutely. And got him swinging there for strike 2.
Yep. Kyler late on that one. Late on that fastball.
And Kyler's another one of these kids that you can tell has definitely hit up the weight room. We saw him on media day, and the kid's got a tree trunk for legs down there,
Strong. Yeah, both these kids are put together. Starley on the bump and Terry in the Buck brand beef batter's box.
Fouled that one away to stay alive here, keep the game rolling. 1 more strike, and this thing's done for, but he doesn't want to end it quite yet. And broke down, but still a little too high. It's a full count now. I was waiting for the call, but it just didn't quite come. Yep.
Just nibbling at the top of the K zone. That looked like it might have caught the top of it, but
we ended up having some decent weather here. Hit by pitch. Kyler Terry heads over to first. Breaking ball did not break.
Nope. And you could kind of tell Kyler is like content to take that one.
Yeah.
Let it get him, knowing you're down big and you need base runners here.
But as I was about to mention, the weather decided to calm down on us when we were starting things here. It was a little breezy. We were looking at maybe encountering some rain, but now the breeze has died.
Nice night, actually.
It's
chilly, but a nice night.
Still cloudy. Yeah.
I mean, you look around the dark backstop, you can count the heaters. They're probably double digits of heaters going with the propane.
You got a bunch of glowing orange out there right now.
Yep. Ourselves included. We got a little one. Bo Wall now, first at bat of the night after going to first and then going to catch.
Swinging hard at that one and missing for strike 1.
Bo so far this year, just 1 hit on the season.
0-2 count. Catcher's going to go out and talk to Starley and say, hey, just 1 more strike. That's all we need. 1 more strike. You got an 0-2 count. Let's get out of here. It's cold. I want to go home and drink some hot chocolate and go to bed.
Bo, just a sophomore. Got some valuable starts, though, and Noah Fuatololo was hurt in quarterback position, and he'll He'll be the guy. Coach Taps now, the head coach of the Thunder, after Coach Rick Barry of Desert Hills took the defensive coordinator position at Southern Virginia. He's out in Buena Vista, the collegiate level.
Fouled away from Bo Wall, sending it over into the softball field.
Of course, it was these two teams on the gridiron last fall. That was fun. Have that game at Greater Zion Stadium. You and I were there. That was a fun one. Desert Hills getting the title.
Yeah, great game for the Thunder in that football state championship.
There's actually a couple tips and a couple interceptions defensively that kind of created the separation and helped. And then they pounded the rock. They ran it.
Credit to Sai Polu, man. That kid's a beast.
Oh, dude, he had a
game.
He started to get a lot of Division I offers.
Oh, I bet. And swing and strike 3 to close this one out with a final score of 16-2.
Tonight, remember when leaving Thunder Field.
Big win for Crimson. They get the sweep over the Mustangs. You went 6-3 last week. You had to wait a while to get this second game of the set, the home and home in, but emphatic fourth inning to get the big 14-run lead.
That's right. Let's take a 30-second break, and when we come back, we'll hop into our Johnson Pediatrics post-game show. Stick around with us here on the Fan Sports Network.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden. Inner City.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Here we go to the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Johnson Pediatric. See why so many parents choose Johnson for their kids' dental needs. They have that new patient special. Give them a call. Ask them about it. 656-0511. Devin, this one was all Mustangs. Really getting things started, though, in that fourth inning where they put up 13 runs off of 10 hits.
Yeah.
Rounding this one off with a big commanding win, 16-2.
Yep. I mean, it's 2-1 after 3. Desert Hills has got the lead, and all of a sudden, it just got away. It just got away from the Thunder. They chased Musgrave out of the game. They got to Titan Tate. Atkin came in. But damage done, right? In a 13-run inning, and before you know it, that one was just got away from Desert Hills. And Musgrave, went 3 innings and was going into that fourth with a little momentum and everything, and then they just got to him a little bit, gave up the 5 earned runs. Ended up with giving up 4 hits, 7 runs total. Walked 5, struck out 6. Bo Wall, plenty of firepower on the other side. 4 innings, 3-hit baseball, gave up 2 runs, struck out 6. Yeah, 6 S&S mechanical strikeouts for both starting pitchers tonight. But, I mean, just pounding out hits for the Mustangs. You look at your Hearst Ace Hardware player of the game, and I don't think you have to go past the top guy in the lineup for the Mustangs and Jager Baldwin.
No, he had 2 shots out there towards center field, one of them bouncing over the wall, another one hitting the bottom of it, and another shot to make it a 3 out there. So he was really hitting the ball well. Outside of that 1 strikeout at the very beginning of the game, you take that away from him.
Yep.
And he played a great ball game.
Honorable mention, you got to give some love to Ty West, too. I mean, Jager goes 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored and 2 RBIs, but Ty West goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 4 RBIs. So, those 2 guys did a lot of damage there in the number 1 and 2 spot in the lineup for Coach Justin Abbott as the Mustangs win 16-2. And played some good defense. You look at a Morgan Pest Control defensive play of the game. I think you go back to that double play ball when they got a pickle run down back early in the game, and then you work quickly out of the jam. You induce the ground ball, cleanly turned double play, 6-4-3.
Yeah, you go Skinner to Soto to Starley, and it was a great one.
And I think that either that ground rule double by Jager Baldwin or or the ball that Seth Wells was trying to track down in center when it was still within reach, but the bases were loaded in that big middle of the top of the fourth inning.
Yeah, send the 3 runs in.
Yeah, and who was that? Was that Andrus that hit, or was that West that hit that? I can't remember who hit
it was
that.
Tyler West.
It was
Tyler West hit that one, and so he hit a triple off that one.
Let's go with Ty West as our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game, and then pretty easy with Starley coming in and putting him down in that fifth to go with him as our Jersey Mike sub of the game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that as well. So lots of great play here from the Mustangs tonight, and lots to be proud of, especially when you look at the second half of this one through the fourth inning. Really, I mean, it was a long fourth inning, but rightfully so. And you even look at guys like Parker Andrus, right, where he scored 3 times, but he got on base twice because of walks, right? And you have to give credit to a walk as well, because having the good eye in the batter's box is big, and it proved that because Parker Andrus got around and scored 3 times, 2 of those off of walks.
Yeah, and Musgrave is going to have a better starts this year. He's crafty, but a lot of pitching staffs across the state and the region are going to struggle with Ross and Sampson, and we didn't even get to Morris and some other guys. And who's getting is that Thompson that's got a big old sleeve on the arm?
Probably is, after whatever it is that happened to him. I'm not sure. So yeah, they got him all wrapped up.
The thing I love about you lose a game and then you don't get to go foul. You got to go get the field ready.
You still have to get it ready for the next game.
Yeah, they'll play. Thunder will play Hurricane again tomorrow night. You look ahead to that game. Our look ahead brought to you by Bucks Ace Hardware. Yeah, that's Thompson. It's the right shoulder. They got it all ice bagged up.
And that's what we saw him holding. We saw him over there in the dugout holding it up. So
and with Willie out, might be Bo Wall behind the dish tomorrow.
Maybe.
Saw him close this game out. And then you got our game that we'll be simulcasting for you tomorrow night. That Snow Canyon Pineview game. And then you got Crimson and Cedar. Dixie's got the bye this week.
That's right. Well, any other thoughts on this one outside of Crimson just being dominant, and they'll move on? And Desert Hills has to move on as well.
Yeah, I think if you're Kevin Cave, guys, we were up 2-1. We were up 2-1, and then the hit parade came, and the mistakes kind of mounted, and then you got deeper into the bullpen. And I think showing up the bullpen is going to be, something Coach Kevin Cave is going to have to try to search for guys that are ready for the moment. Hoyt Atkin came in the back end and he gave up 2 runs, but not a bad job for a freshman. Give him some love. Somebody they're going to keep to develop that definitely earned another look tonight. I would imagine. We didn't even see Morris. We did. Crimson's just we didn't see. They didn't. That's perfect. You go Bo for 4, you get a 10-run mercy rule, and then you go right to Brex and give him a little bit of work because he wasn't catching tonight. I mean, that's just to script if you're Justin Abbott. It was a hard-fought 6-3 game, a lot closer game last week than it was tonight. Just got away from the Thunder. So Crimson really good. Desert Hill's going to be fine. You learn from this one, you move on to the next one. You got to try to go get Hurricane tomorrow night and sweep the Tigers after beating them earlier in the week. So, you can still get 2 out of 3 this week if you're the Thunder. And we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, well, we appreciate you joining us here on the broadcast tonight, whether you're on a radio on 99.5 or 95.3 or joining us on the stream on the fansportsnetwork.com. Appreciate you joining us here. So from all of us here, from Dusty running the production, and then, of course, Devin and myself, thank you for joining us here on the Fan Sports Network. Have a good evening.